The only problem with all this seed in the ground is that the rooks are really enjoying eating it all. In these odd isolating times, we're bringing the farm to you with our farm diary. Thanks for your questions and feedback, by the way. This week as ever we've been really busy, but very pleased to get some rain. Crops are growing and the lambs are certainly growing. So this is a small paddock where Cameron and Robert have put the ewes that came out of the little pop-up hospital. One little boy said from the last video diary entry, what is the H? It's just a bit random. She was an adopted mum and took on 2 little babies from somebody else. So Cameron can see from a long distance how to keep an eye on her. What is this?
Oh, just a little friend from Cavendish. Went on a road trip.
What, did he get lost in the field or something?
Yeah, he just got lost.
I've popped out to look at the ewes that we saw last week. They all seem to be doing really well. They're certainly growing. Robert, I've had a couple of questions from some of the kids watching the videos. One of them is, why do we get black lambs?
Yeah, they don't get many. Yeah, but we do get some black lambs. Obviously, the vast majority of the pure Romneys are white lambs. But the black ones are just a little genetic fluke, I suppose, if that's the right way to put it.
Another question was, what about the numbering system?
So on the single lambs, we just put a dot on them, so we know they're all right. But we change the colour every day, so we know the age of the lambs. Or say on here, we just go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the lambing's gone on, sort of thing.
These are the single lambs, and they're much bigger, as you can see. So that's why they're on slightly poorer grass, because if they are too rich in food, they'll get too big to lamb by themselves. Now they're born and strong, they can go on to better pastures. So this is the triplets and the quads and the specials field. Cameron, they look great, quite a mixture of sizes.
Yeah, you can see there's quite a difference.
That's Becky's Love Heart lamb. It's finally raining. How much have we had?
7.8.
So this is our rain gauge. The water falls in there, into a jar. We then measure it and record it. I've done every day since the 1960s.
Ready for the next lot.
John's looking to see how far the moisture's got down.
We've had about 8 millimetres of rain, so down to about this level here, the soil's nice and it's got moisture and it even crumbled it up. Yeah. But you can see here the oat seeds still sitting on dry soil.
So they're still on dry soil. Thankfully, by the end of the week, we'd had about 20 mil, which is an inch. There's a great sadness on the farm this morning because this very, very ancient and beautiful hawthorn tree on full flower with the weight of the rain has fallen over. Albeit very sad, inside was completely rotten, but there is a new shoot which is looking strong and healthy. Well, they're still working on the spearhead mower mending job, but we desperately need it to cut off the weeds which are going to seed. So if we can cut them before the seeds drop on the floor, then that's another form of weed control in an organic system. We're trying in these weird COVID times to isolate our groups. I know it looks a bit mad having a combine in the grain store, but it's time to service the combine. We've put the combine over here so they can work in isolation. Toby, what do you have to do for an annual service for a combine?
You change all the oils and filters. You check all the bearings to make sure that none of them are worn and going to break down in harvest time. You check all the belts for the same reason, to make sure that it won't cause any breakdowns.
How long does it take?
It depends how much work the combine's done, but they can take up to a couple of weeks each.
Andrew had to start cutting up the hawthorn tree that had fallen down. It's got other names, quickthorn, maythorn. Jesus' crown of thorns was supposed to be made of the maythorn. Stakes of maythorn are supposed to kill vampires. Even in modern times, they say the DeLorean car enterprise failed because they cut down a may bush where they built the production site. Sam started work with us last week. He's got lots of experience, but today he's got to take his rough terrain telescopic handling course.
So I've got a vehicle check over to do to start off with. So I'm going to do a practical exam, so that will be using different attachments to complete different jobs I'd be expected to do around the farm. And then hopefully if that goes well, fingers crossed, I've got a theory exam to do, which is about more to do with the health and safety.
Last but not least, I've come to check up on the orphans this week. Cameron's double the size of their pen because they're getting quite big now, and actually even the really tiny ones seem to be doing well. Next week we're going to hopefully do some shearing and moving some of these lambs onto some rather richer pasture. Oh, and of course Sam did pass his test with flying colours.